all of us, wherever we live, every day we are victims of misgovernance in this country. Our drains overflow with a bit of rainfall. The water does not flow in our taps. The drain water mixes with drinking water, poisoning it. The garbage is not cleaned up. Street nights, they are not lighted. The mosquitoes have become a menace causing disease. The traffic is endless and the rules are violated with impunity. We see 100 problems a day. In our own environment, we don't know what to do. We complain, we criticize, somehow with the typical Indian jugaad, we manage for the moment. But there are many intrepid, deeply committed, very practical, sensible citizens who are trying to do something about it instead of merely complaining. One such initiative is ICRF. ICRF stands for Innovative Citizen Redressal Forum. It's a simple platform based on modern technology so that our local problems can be addressed in a systematic way with the local public support. And this is the starting point. I am particularly impressed because ICRF recognizes that the real problem is not merely with politics of the country, and of course politics is wrong. Of course our elections are disgraceful. But if we start off with politicians and politics, we will never solve the problem. In India, we have 1.2 crore employees of government at the national and state level. And that is in addition to another 60 lakh employees in the public sector undertakings. 1.8 crore employees. These constitute about 60 to 70% of all the organized sector of India. Among those monthly, regular, secure, wage-earning employees, about 65 to 70% are in government. Relative to the market, they are paid higher wages. You take a teacher, a health worker, you take a clerk or somebody else in government, relative to the market, typically they are paid several times more salaries. And yet, on the whole, while some people do outstanding work, on the whole, we don't feel that we are getting what is due to us. And therefore, unless the employees of government, our own brothers and sisters, our own neighbors, our own friends and relations, these are the people, they are not from Pakistan or Bangladesh, they are not from America or Britain, they are our own people. Unless they start doing what they are supposed to be doing, unless we put pressure on them, unless we hold them to account, and we do that all in a systematic manner, in a structured manner, collectively, we will not improve things. It is this collective informed assertion that is the basis of ICRF functioning. I deeply appreciate ICRF, I commend them, and I ask citizens all over the country to join such fora, to utilize such fora. They are not seeking anything in turn. This is a voluntary effort. This is to serve the cause of the country, to do something instead of complaining all the time. And wherever you have the ability, you start your own local forum. You mobilize people. You start pressurizing the local government to start with, let's take the local government duties, whether it's a municipality or a panchayat, the simple things that matter to us on a day-to-day basis. And pressurize the system and get the delivery. Let us share the experiences. Let us help each other. And slowly this becomes a big movement. Already many people started such efforts in many parts of the country. But now the time has come, thanks to technology and greater citizen awareness, a time has come when synergies are there, we can make it into a grand national movement. And beyond this, we also should look at the institutional changes required to make delivery happen. A service guarantee law, for instance. Today, you have to go and beg the employees of government to get a small thing done. A small thing that is your entitlement, that is your right. But if such a law is available, for every service that they deliver, giving a birth certificate, a ration card, a water connection, electricity connection, or something else, there will be a timeline. If they do not deliver that service during that time, the clock ticks, and once the time is over, for every day's delay, they have to pay as a compensation, maybe 250 rupees a day, maybe 500 rupees a day, maybe 100 rupees a day. The quantity can vary depending on the service. But what's important is that the obligation to serve is theirs. If they do not, they have to pay a penalty, we get a compensation. Such a law will be an important step forward. That is now pending before Parliament. I have myself drafted such a bill to integrate several bills at the request of the Parliament, but there is some delay. We all have to understand why such a thing is necessary. That's not enough. We have to localize power. We have to decentralize power at each mohalla level, a panchayat level, a ward level, so that the people locally understand the value of those services. For instance, in our own apartments, we all know the importance of operating the lift well, or getting a water harvesting structure, or electricity or water supply there, and we all collectively make sure that our basic needs are met and there is no delay or inefficiency, because we all know. And if one day there is no water supply, we all suffer. So as far as practicable, let us create instruments locally, as local as possible, so that the people who are the victims, they also have the ability to improve things, so that authority and accountability come together. We can make a different India possible. The problems of India are not intractable. It is not because of our genes or inefficiency or lack of intelligence that people of this country are suffering so much. It is because we have not built institutions and structures in a manner that can guarantee delivery. We have not asserted collectively. We thought democracy and freedom meant voting and shouting. We must do something beyond this voting and shouting, beyond this Rasta Roko and protest. We have to actually collectively and creatively assert to build institutions and to build pressure so that delivery is possible. ICRF is a very good example of what should be done in this country. I commend them for their wonderful citizenship work. I ask each of you to participate in such efforts and make a different India possible through the sweat of our brow, through our hard work and innovation, through our intelligence and commitment, through our passion and optimism. I wish you all the very best.